Hi, I'm Ava. A few years ago, I was an ordinary housewife searching for fulfillment from the monotony of my daily routine. Yet, deep inside my heart, there burned a desire to open a bakery. This dream consumed my every thought, adding a sense of purpose to my life that drove me forward, so I decided to talk to my husband about it. Robert, I was thinking about starting a baking business. A bakery? Are you serious? You do not have any experience or skills for that. It's just a silly fantasy. But I have a passion for baking and I want to earn and support you. What is the point, Ava? You're just wasting your time with these silly dreams of yours. I know it may seem like a long shot, and I believe in myself. I want to create something special, something that brings joy to others. Joy? Don't you see the reality? We have bills to pay and responsibilities to fulfill. Your little bakery will not bring in any money. It's a waste of time and resources. I want to believe in myself and what I can accomplish. I don't want to live a life full of regrets wondering what could have been. Fine, Ava. Do whatever you want. But don't come crying to me when it all falls apart. I will not support this foolishness. I didn't get demotivated by Robert's words. I saved up some money and started baking for friends. Robert, guess what? I saved up some money and started a home baking business. Oh, a home baking business? I told you it's a waste of time. Well, I know it is challenging, but I am trying my best. Trying your best, Ava? Let us be realistic. There is no way you can compete with established brands and shops. It is just a hobby, not a real business. It is more than just a hobby to me, Robert. I am motivated to make it work. Motivated? Ava, you need to face reality. Your small business is going nowhere. You are just wasting your time and energy. Your business schedule is affecting our relationship. You are always so caught up in your baking that you do not have time for anything else. I'm sorry if it feels that way, but I am doing my best to balance everything. This business means a lot to me, and I hope you can understand and support me instead of criticizing me. It is just frustrating to see you so consumed by something that does not seem to be going anywhere. Honestly, my business was going nowhere, but I believed in the potential inside me and continued to work hard. Even the friends who tasted my food said it was delicious. I just need some marketing. I remained positive. Maybe Robert's criticism would turn into respect once I start making a profit. But unfortunately, something terrible happened to me. On that day, Robert did not come back home. I tried calling him, but he did not answer. I thought he might be busy with work at the office. The next day, he called me. Ava, start packing your bags. Hey, bags? Are you going somewhere? Not both of us, just you. Me? Where? Out of my house. I don't understand. What is this silly joke? Come home and we can talk. It is not a joke. I'm going to marry Mia and I want her to live here. So before she comes, I want you to leave the house. I couldn't process the news. I stood there frozen. Eventually, I regained my senses and gathered the strength to speak. What? But before I could finish asking my question, he had already hung up the phone. I felt confused and sad. I fell on the floor, feeling very overwhelmed by everything that was happening. While I was lost in my thoughts, I suddenly woke up when I heard the doorbell ringing. I quickly went to the door, eager to find out who it was. When I opened it, I saw my little sister, Mia, and my husband, Robert. It was a surprise because Mia and I hadn't been in touch, and I never expected her to betray me like this. There they stood, with Mia dressed in white and holding hands with my husband. Have you not left yet? Why would you do this to me? If there was a problem, you should have talked to me. Why did you betray me like this, Robert? What did I lack that you had to turn to another woman? You have nothing. You are just a housewife who does not even know how to make me happy. Look at Mia. So beautiful and perfect. She makes me happy. You're always busy with household chores or your silly bakery. Busy? Who do I do everything for? You and our home, right? Well, that doesn't matter now. We're married and it is time for you to leave my house. Either you go on your own or I will push you out. Mia smirked and I became furious. What is so funny? You're my little sister. Why would you do this to me? Your sister? Oh, please. I have a higher class, unlike you. My new husband is wealthy and I can keep him happy. So you should leave our house. We have to host a wedding party this evening, so you better go. For the past 2 years, I had been trying so hard to make my marriage work and to please Robert. But nothing worked and I felt angry at myself. Mia made me feel like I was not enough. There was nothing left for me in that house. Yes, legally it was in Robert's name, but I had put so much effort into making every corner of that home perfect. And within a few minutes, everything shattered before my eyes. Blaming my destiny, I walked out of that place. Suddenly, while I was walking, someone pulled me to the side. It was a woman. I looked at her, surprised and angry. What? Rose? Can't you see you were walking in the middle of the road? You could have been hit by a car. Rose was my friend from childhood. We met after so many years, and that too in such a situation. She almost shouted at me and I snapped back to my senses. I had been walking on the road without paying attention, lost in my thoughts. I felt a chill thinking about what would have happened if that car had hit me. Are you even listening to me? What's wrong with you? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Rose. Huh. It is okay. Do you need any help? Where are you going? I can drop you off. Where was I going? I did not have any close friends in the city. My parents lived far away and I did not want to trouble them. Robert was my everything. I felt ashamed of myself. Actually, I don't know where to go. What? Never mind. Can we at least go to the restaurant? I'm super hungry. Are you? And then I realized, yes, I was hungry, but I had left home without any money. What was I going to do for food and living? I had no work experience, so who would hire me? I'm sorry, I do not have any money right now. Oh, that's fine. Just come with me. Don't worry, we're friends. Okay. I went to a restaurant with her. It was beautiful and looked expensive. The chandelier hanging in the center caught my attention. Hey, what brings you here? I thought you were in Australia. Yes, I was studying there. After completing my degree, I came here for work. Rose, you don't have to go through all this trouble for me. It looks expensive. Hey, it's okay. I'll take care of the lunch. We got interrupted as the food arrived. It looked delicious. Soup, Caesar salad, and barbecue chicken burger. I was hungry, so I started eating without waiting for Rose. Did you like the food? Yes, it's nice, but the burger buns could have been better. Really? Our buns and pizzas are very famous. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. The food is good, but there's room for improvement. The buns could be crispier and better baked. The soup could have more seasoning. You are talking like a chef. Oh, no. I'm just a stay-at-home wife. Well, I used to be. Anyway, I bake a lot and even started a baking business, but it's not going anywhere. Oh, you have so much knowledge. Why don't you try working at restaurants? I'm not qualified for that. Not every restaurant requires qualifications. You seem experienced and that's enough. I can tell something really bad has happened to you. Would you like to share it with me? Rose looked concerned and helpful, and I wanted to share everything with someone. I explained everything to her. That is terrible. What kind of man is he? We can sue him legally. I'll help you. Hey, no, I don't want to do anything. And I don't need anything from him. What is the use if there's no love left? Let him live peacefully. You are so kind-hearted, Ava. He did wrong to you and he will pay for his actions. But until then, focus on yourself. You have so much potential. Try going out and getting a job. Even I need to become independent. Do you have any references here? I can start from here. Oh, sure. I'll book you an appointment with the owner. That would be so helpful. Are you in the management department? Yes, you can say that. Rose paid the bill and we left the restaurant. I had found new hope. So where will you go now? Actually, I don't know. I'll call some of my friends and find a temporary place. I am your friend, right? Why don't you come with me? Are you sure? You've already done so much for me. No problem, dear. Stay with me until you find a permanent place. Thank you so much. I moved in with Rose. Her home was beautiful with a big library full of business books. I lay on the bed thinking about Robert and Mia's wedding party. I was deeply in love with Robert and it wasn't easy to move on, but I decided to trust myself and give it a try. The next morning, I got ready using Rose's office clothes. I looked at myself in the mirror and kept staring. I looked smart. I wasn't used to this look. I usually dressed simply, always wearing an apron and smelling like tomatoes. Maybe that's why Robert left me. My thoughts were interrupted by Rose. You look smart. Thank you. Are you ready for the interview? Yes, hoping for the best. Good. I'll drive you to the restaurant. We arrived at the restaurant. Rose told me where to go and she went to a meeting. I went to the waiting area feeling so nervous. After all, it was my first job interview. I gathered my courage and stepped inside. When I opened the door, I was surprised. It was Rose. Rose? Sorry, can I come in? Hey, Ava, you don't have to be formal. Come in. Hey, Ava, you don't have to be formal. Come and sit. I sat in front of her. She was the owner of the restaurant. The previous day, I criticized her restaurant's food. I felt ashamed. Sorry, Ava, this is kind of a surprise for you, but yesterday I did not want to overwhelm you. Oh, I understand. Shall we start the interview then? I judged you enough yesterday, and you are the best candidate for me. But the head chef wants you to work in the kitchen today, and we will let you know tomorrow about the job role and the rest of the formalities. Thank you so much, Rose. No need, Ava. Do your best in the kitchen. I went into the kitchen. It was an amazing place. I had only seen such a place in movies or cooking shows. I never thought I would get a chance to visit such a place. I decided to give it my all. The head chef told me to make the same soup we had eaten the previous day and to bake the burger buns. I knew what was missing, so I did my best. The head chef was surprised and praised me a lot. Everyone was happily tasting my dishes, and they could not believe I was just a stay-at-home wife before. But more than that, I was surprised at my newfound potential. There was a long way to go. Eventually, I got the job, and the salary was surprisingly high. I had never had this much money before. I was happy working there. I put all my effort into the job because it was all I had left in my life. Over time, I got promoted and became the head chef. I bought my own house in the city where no one could kick me out. Our breads and soups became famous and people came just to taste them. I even published a recipe book. But deep down in my heart, my dream of having my bakery was still unfulfilled. I decided to talk to Rose about it. Hey, I want to talk to you about something. Yes, Ava, please go ahead. Actually, do you remember when I told you about my dream of opening a bakery? Yes, I do. Well, I've been thinking about opening my bakery, but to do that, I would have to quit my job at your restaurant. Oh, that's so sad. But I don't want to hold you back, Ava. I know you have the potential to establish your brand, and I'm with you. Thank you so much, Rose. You are the best person I have ever met. I will train the restaurant's chef well, so you don't have to worry about the food after I leave. I know, Ava. You will do your best for our restaurant. And so I left the restaurant. I had enough savings to open a bakery in the city center, and that's exactly what I did. I gathered the best team possible and we opened my bakery called Ava's. I expected it to do well, but our small bakery exceeded my expectations. People were so happy with the quality of our bread and cakes. Soon, we expanded the small bakery into a restaurant and it became the city's new favorite spot. It was everywhere, even featured in food magazines. I had achieved my dream. Ava's had become a brand. I remembered the chandelier in Rose's restaurant and decided to create a special interior for our newly opened restaurant. I started getting quotations from many big companies interested in doing our interior design. And one day, something unexpected happened. I received a call. Hello, I'm Robert from RD Interiors. I'm calling about the contract for your restaurant's design. Can I get an appointment with the owner? I'd like to present in front of her. Yes, it was Robert, my ex-husband, who betrayed me and kicked me out of the house. I had come so far from my past. Why was he appearing in my life again? Anger, sadness, surprise, so many mixed emotions filled my mind. Hello? Robert, is this you? Oh, Ava, I couldn't recognize your voice. It's changed a lot. What do you want from me now? I'm sorry, Ava. I shouldn't have done that to you. I couldn't understand your importance and potential back then. Please forgive me. You broke my trust, and it's beyond forgiveness. Please leave me alone. I'm not interested in talking to you. Ava, please, at least listen to... Don't you understand? I said I am not interested in talking to you anymore. Ava, please listen to me for 5 minutes, then hang up. Fine, talk. But don't expect anything in return. Ava, my previous company fired me because I wasn't attentive at work. I started working at RD Interiors a few months ago, but even this company isn't satisfied with me. My responsibilities have increased and I can't handle it all. Please, this contract is my last hope. If I don't get it, my company will fire me. Oh, sorry, Robert. I'm not interested in working with your company. Ava, please. And I hung up the call, remembering how he had hung up on me while I was pleading for an explanation. Rose came to meet me on Saturday. She had become like family to me, and I desperately wanted to tell her everything. Hey, Star. Hey. What happened? You don't look fine as usual. Is everything okay? Well, you know, the new restaurant and its interior. What about it? Are you struggling to choose the best one? Actually, I got a call and it was from Robert. He was asking for a contract for the interior of this new restaurant. Robert? Who? Your ex-husband? Yes. Ava, I told you he would pay for his actions. This is a good opportunity for revenge. Yes, I know. I want him to realize he made a mistake. I told him we don't want to work with his company. They might have fired him for not getting the contract. Ah, well, it was not an official way of securing a contract anyway. I wonder what happened to him. He was very sincere at work and now he got fired from 2 companies? Strange. Yes, he's paying for his actions. But don't think too much about it. Let us go out. Yeah, sure. I received a text from Robert. I'm sorry, Ava. I've done you wrong. I have nothing left. Please come back to me. We'll work on our relationship again. I'm going to divorce Mia. I've realized your love and effort. While eating ice cream with Rose, I read that message without feeling anything. One thing was certain. I would never go back to him. The person who wasn't there for me during my difficult times was now demanding my attention during my happy moments. Honestly, that was my achievement, but I no longer had any love left for Robert, so I texted him back saying, I have moved on, Robert. Wishing you all the best for your future. and continued enjoying my ice cream.